Derek Fox with the ball now, switching direction. Derek Fox there to Glenn Bolt. Glenn Bolt there, 10 yards inside Castleford's half of the field. So it's Tony Staniford from Acton Harpack. Tony Staniford going from Acton Harpack. That little kick through, it's all on. Tony Staniford still going. It's all on. Paul Newland with the ball. Paul Newland! Oh, get in, lad. Superb try to Paul Newland. Oh, it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to number 10, Alan Dakin. Being tackled there by his opposite number there, Keith England. Gets up, plays the ball. Tony Staniford now to Derek Fox, back there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson throw the ball there to Glenn Bull. Glenn Bull, anybody backing up to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb! Yes! Chris Bibb scores the try. And we were Stevie Larder. He just walked through Steve Larder there as if he wasn't on the field. But once again, that brilliant... Good backing up by Alan Banks. So it's Paul Newlove now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb playing the middle. Chris Bibb going through the middle. He's got Trevor Clark. Oh, this is a try. Oh, get it, Trevor. Superb try to Trevor Clark. Beautiful play that by Andy Fisher. Oh, was backing up ever reliable Rovers #1, Chris Bibb. And just drew the fullback and slipped a peach of a pass there to Neverside. The line on at the tackle. So it's up to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb down the middle. Chris Bibb have taken it fullback on. Chris Bibb still going. Chris Bibb still going to Derek Fox. Derek Fox going down the middle. What exciting stuff here at Weldon Road. Oh, it's unbelievable stuff here. Featherstone Rovers throwing everything now at this Castleford team. So it's Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp now to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes got the try! Oh, Paul Hughes! Oh, words can't describe it. Unbelievable stuff. Just look at the crowd. Just look at the crowd behind the sticks. This must be Wembley 1983 all over again. Oh, give Featherstone Rovers a chance here when they come down here to absolutely marvellous. Absolutely marvellous stuff here. Play up there to the Sheffield 25-yard line. Jeff Hardy there making the tackle. Just Tony Staniford there, back there to Derek Fox there. Derek Fox there to number 12, Glenn Bolt there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there and Martin Napper scores the try. Good footballing try there. That ball passing along about 6 or 7 pair of hands. And Mark Napper there getting his first round, his man. Just couldn't pop that ball up there for Chris Bibb. So it's Derek Fox now with the ball now there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there to Paul Newland, but nobody. There's only Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes there. Clear on to line. Paul Hughes will score here. Has he? Paul Hughes gets the ball down. Paul Hughes there just managing to get that ball over that try line. Referee Mr. Tuttle there right on the spot. That's Paul Hughes' second try. So it's Derek Fox again through the gap. But too many red and white shirts in the way they Peter Party making the tackle. So it's Trevor Clark. They're throwing that ball out there to number 1, Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there to Peter Smith to Paul Newland. Paul Newland. Paul Newland taking the fullback on. Paul Newland going for the try. Oh, what a try by Paul Newland. Oh, show me that line and I'll go, he says. And he just went by Chris Johnson there, as if Chris Johnson was cemented in concrete. That was pace all the way by Paul Newland, and Paul Newland was just walking back. He was Featherstone Rovers' top try scorer last year, seen with 19 tries. And there he goes, number 9, Peter Party back onto the field. So it's Gary Price coming down the middle for Featherstone Rovers. Gets the ball back inside to Derek Fox here to Glenn Bull. Glenn Bull through the gap. Glenn Bull there to Jeff Grayson. So it's Derek Fox there, one ball out there to number 4, Paul Newland through the gap. Oh, look at pace from Paul Newland. That's his second try of the match. Well, a clear photograph picture there for all to see. Paul Newell there showing a clean pair of wheels here to 3 Glade players. And number 15, Alan Platts. So it's Jeff Grayson now taking the defence on there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that big ball there to Peter Smith. There to Paul Newell, there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell goes for that corner flag. Paul Newell scores his hat-trick. Paul Newell have hat-trick this afternoon. Surely the Featherstone Rovers man of the match. He can come out of this game with flying colours. Ball aces, so it's Martin Napper. Martin Napper taking them all on, going for that try line. Tackled inches short. Really warming up here at Post Office Road now. It's Featherstone Rovers on this try line. That long ball out there to Ian Smails. Ian Smails! Ian Smails makes it look all so easy. And that's what Peter Fox has put him in the start of the afternoon for his sheer strength, and he showed it there. And that's what Featherstone Rovers have been wanting to do for the last 5 minutes. Bell straight towards that try line. Tackled inches short. So it's Derek Fox now. Derek Fox there to Peter Smith. Has Peter Smith got the ball over? He has. Peter Smith scores the try. And that's the only way to answer back. I'm sure that'll make Featherstone Rovers more determined. But once again, getting back to this. Derek Fox with the ball there to Ian Smails. Ian Smails goes in for his second try of the match. The ball, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there, but that's good tackling by Keithley. Featherstone just looking a bit disorganised. That Paul Moses bringing Derek Fox down, so it's Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb makes it all looks so easy for Chris Bibb. Good play that by the Rovers fullback Chris Bibb, linking up from fullback there, throw a dummy to his left, made it look all so easy. We're told there Julian Thompson stuck his foot out, but the referee says play on, so it's Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb trying to slice through, but number 1 there, Jeff Butterfield, just keeping hold. So it's Alan Banks now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Gary Price. Gary Price inches short. Trevor Clark now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to number 6, Alan Banks, scores the try, running through the gap. Good pressure there by Featherstone Rovers. Gary Price nearly got over just the split second before, but that short, sharp passing along the line there. Alan Banks there racing through the gap there to plant the ball over the Keithley try line to bring the wiping them tackles on. So number 1 there, Chris Bibb, falling on that loose ball. So it's Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell still going to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes on a flyer. Paul Hughes taking the fullback on Jeff Butterfield. Paul Hughes has got to go solo. That's good run by Paul Hughes. Good tackling by Jeff Butterfield. It was 1 man to 1 man, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox here taking that ball up there to him. Paul Hughes, and Paul Hughes got the ball down. Paul Hughes scores the try. Being tackled there by number 10, Frank Goodyear. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark trying to come down the middle, just couldn't get that one-hand pass out though to Chris Bibb. So it's Derek Fox from acting half-back now there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there now to number 13, Glenn Bull. Glenn Bull got Paul Newell. Paul Newell will make it this all so easy. Scores the try. That was a good play that by Glenn Bull, running through the gap there and just drew the full-back there, Jeff Butterfield, before throwing a peach of a pass out there. And who was there on his shoulder? Featherstone Rovers. Paul Newell there to plant that ball over the Keithley try line. Featherstone. So it's Trevor Clark now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Glenn Bull, there to Martin Napper. Martin Napper there to Barry Drummond. Back. Good tackling and good play by Barry Drummond there to Martin Napper. Beautiful win play by the A, another for Featherstone Rovers. I've said before, it's Barry Drummond, so it's Jeff Grayson now there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb through the gap. Oh, look at pace on Chris Bibb. Oh, what a try that. And that was sheer pace by the Featherstone Rovers number 1. Nothing else, just pace did all that. And like I've said before, there's no substitute for pace in this game. So it's Chris Burton now there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there just steadying things down a little bit. Nobody else to give the ball to. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Trevor Clark there to number 12, Gary Price, looking for support but just couldn't get that ball up there. Trevor Clark with the ball now. Trevor Clark there to Mark Napper, and Mark Napper makes it look oh so easy putting the ball down. Featherstone Rovers there just carving this Keighley defence to shreds now, and like I've said before, there's just about 30-31 minutes gone. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Glenn Booth. Glenn Booth here looking inside. Chris Bibb with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark on the run. Trevor Clark looking for his wingman there. Paul Newlove. Trevor Clark still going. Having to go back inside. Trevor Clark still going. He didn't tackle yet to Derek Fox. And Derek Fox going for that try line. And that's a good try once again to Featherstone Rovers. Brilliant play that by Featherstone Rovers number 9 there, Trevor Clark. So it's Moses, that little kick through, but Derek Fox bobbing up behind there, that long ball out there to Chris Bibb, and Chris Bibb, there's a gap here down the middle. Oh, that's beautiful tackle, but Chris Bibb gets up, keeps on running, good ball there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove on a flyer here, catch me if you can, catch me if you can, there's nobody to catch Paul Newlove. Oh, that was one for the copybooks. And once again, pace was a big decider there. Jeff Butterfield coming across, thought he'd got the pace there on Paul Newlove, but Paul Newlove there just glided in at the corner there like an antelope. Gary Price now from Acton Harpack. Gary Price, that long ball out there to Mark Napper, back inside there to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond there getting out to one tackle. So it's Derek Fox, that big open under there from Acton Harpack, and Chris Bibb underneath it. And who's got the ball? Chris Bibb scores the try. Chris Bibb's third try of the afternoon. Featherstone Rovers 48, Keighley 12. So it's Derek Fox now there, getting the ball there to Paul Hughes, trying to go down the middle. Gets up, quick play the ball there to Trevor Clark, to Derek Fox, to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson back inside there to Gary Clark. Gary Clark there to number 6, Alan Banks. Alan Banks here, got Glenn Booth. Glenn Booth there to Gloriful, take that by Glenn Booth. Glenn Booth's going all the way. Can he get that ball up there for Chris Bibb? Chris Bibb, 4 tries. Well, Featherstone was just playing basketball that time with the ball. One ball alive now. Moses with the ball now there to Dixon. Dixon there trying to get that ball out there. But Trevor Clark there sweeping up Featherstone Rovers. Trevor Clark there to Chris Bibb. And Chris Bibb will score his 5th try of the match. Oh, that'll pay some tell for Chris Bibb. In fact, he was just taunting the opposition that time. Catch me if you can. And the opposition trying to come across here, and Chris Bibb there just put his foot down, put himself into 4th gear that time to speed over that Keighley try line. 6 tries for Featherstone Rovers way back in 1968. So it's Alan Dakin now. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson trying to go down. Jeff Grayson bursting through the middle. Oh, Jeff Grayson got Trevor Clark with him. And Trevor Clark will go all the way. Oh, Jeff Grayson, beautiful break by the big number 8. Straight down the middle of the park. And Trevor Clark there planting that ball there at the side of the post. Featherstone Rovers 66, Keighley 12. With Alan Dakin to come instead of going to meet him. So it's Trevor Clark now from Acton Harpack. Trevor Clark now, that long ball out there to Derek Fox there to Glenn Bell now to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher going through the middle. Andy Fisher taking Butterfield on. Andy Fisher racing in for his 1st try. Beautiful try that by Featherstone number 14, Andy Fisher. Going all the way, Featherstone Rovers 72, Keighley 12. So it's Trevor Clark now there to Alan Dakin. He'll run it in with Alan. He'll pushing one man off. He's still going. And Chris Bibb there on his shoulder like. He's looking for that 6th try. So it's Glenn Bell with the ball now. Back inside there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there going down the middle. Alan Banks there scores the try. That's Alan Banks' 2nd try of the match. And this conversion, which is surely just a formality here for Mark Napper. 13, Glenn Booth trying to come out of tackles here. Makes progress, good run that by Glenn Booth. A good 20 yards run down that left touch line side. So it's Derek Fox now there to Alan Dakin. Alan Dakin now to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher throw the tackle. Andy Fisher, he's got Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there out to one tackle. Oh! This is the try for Chris Bibb. Doncaster, they look miles offside, did Doncaster there, and referee says play on. Featherstone Rovers getting that ball, but Doncaster look miles offside there at the play of the ball. Derek Fox with the ball there, Mark Gibbon crowding him. Number 10 Glenn Bell there to Gary Price. Gary Price through the gap there to number 13 Glenn Bulth. Glenn Bulth there trying to go through. Glenn Bulth still going there to number 1 Chris Bibb. Getting Chris Bibb. Oh, that was a beauty of a try, that. Quick pair of hands, Doncaster moving up very quickly indeed, and there was number 1 there, Chris Bibb, to take that ball off Glenn Bull to plant that ball between the posts. Doncaster 2, Featherstone Rovers tackling by Doncaster. So it's Derek Fox here, that's a good ball there, number 11, Chris Byrne there to Parniolov. But Parniolov there, that's good tackling once again by Doncaster, getting back in numbers. So it'll be Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark, and Trevor Clark straight between the middle. What a peach of a pass there by Derek Fox. Missing one man out, everybody went to tackle the Featherstone Rovers player. Derek Fox missed out, I just couldn't quite see who it was on the dummy run. And that peach of a pass there to Trevor Clark, and Trevor Clark there just dived between two would-be tacklers to plant the ball between the posts. Featherstone tackle inches short, so it's Trevor Clark there to Derek Fox there to Alan Banks having to cut back inside. Tackle inches short. Number 12 there, Jasnovic making the tackle. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to number 12 there, Gary Price. Gary Price getting there, and that ball out there to Paul. Newell there to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes scores the try. Them big arms there to Paul Hughes, just stretching over that line, but Paul Newell there got a crack off the ball. When he passed that ball there, Paul Newell there got a crack. Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell on a run there. And Paul Newell still going, dodging his way. Paul Newell taking back, turn it on. That's good running that by Paul Newell. Well, there's no keeping this lad down. And who's got that ball? Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb tried to fight for that line. I just can't see who scored the try. Ivor Party gets his first try in the red Featherstone Rovers colours. But that try there, brilliantly set up there by number 4 there of Featherstone Rovers, Paul Newell, getting that ball just in front of the main stand there. So it's Andy Fisher back inside there, but that's good tackling once again. Number 9 there, Mark Gibbon. And Doncaster were miles offside there, all in front of the referee. So it's Andy Fisher going through the gap. Andy Fisher, he's got some pace. Andy Fisher's got some pace. Oh, what a try by Andy Fisher. Oh, that's one for the record books, is that. Andy Fisher there running a fully 60 to 70 yards there. He beat 2 men on that sizzling run there to Neil Turner inside out. Absolutely sizzling run, but just in the way there, Jasnovic for Doncaster. So it's Jeff Creation there to number 14, Andy Fisher ghosting down, Andy Fisher turning round, Andy Fisher going for that try line, but tackle inches short. And once again the Doncaster playing laying on, won't let him get up to play the ball. So it's number 12 there, Gary Price there, number 33, Ivor Party scores his second try of the match. Good change of direction that by Featherstone Rovers, number 12 there, Gary Price drove the man through a peach of a pass there to Ivor Party. Ivor Party dived over the line with don't play the ball, but the referee says play on. And that's where it tells Peter Smith there, back there, but once again Castleford moving up very quickly indeed. So it's Chris Bibb now, Chris Bibb there trying to dummy his way through to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond there kicking the ball through, it's all on. Barry Drummond after that ball. Barry Drummond, can he just play that ball out, then Paul Newell scores the try! Paul Newell scores the opportunity try for Featherstone Rovers. Brilliant play that by Barry Drummond. We're getting that ball back, and it's all on Chris Bibb there. Getting that close ball, Chris Bibb tried to go slow. Chris Bibb, oh! Chris Bibb! Well, what words can't just describe that try. Unbelievable pace off that right foot. Everything seemed to be lost there. Featherstone Rovers lost the ball, the Castleford man played the ball on, and Chris Bibb just seemed to pick that ball up on his own 25-yard line, and he just seemed to sidestep one way, the other way, straight through the Castleford defence and that's what pace is all about, and Chris Bibb there running back to drive towards them posts, but that's good tackling that by Martin Kettrick, spotting the danger. So it's Trevor Clark now there, back to back there to Glenn Bell. Glenn Bell nearly at it. Glenn Bell there, has he scored the try? Glenn Bell there scored the try. John Joyner there and Martin Kettrick both on the hands and knees, looks at Glenn Bell as if to say, how did you do that? But Glenn Bell showed him how to it. He just turned around and said, you should tackle 13 there. John Joyner wrapping him up. That's the second tackle. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there coming down the middle. Ian Smales there. That's good running by Ian Smales. Ian Smales opening his legs up. Ian Smales there taking the ball back inside there to Gary Price. Gary Price there scores the try. Absolutely magic stuff there by Ian Smales, the Rovers number 6. He opened this Castleford defence up there like a tin opening a tin of peaches up, and he went straight down the middle, and no one's backing him up. For my money, the Featherstone Rovers man of the match in the first. So Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox back inside there to Gary Price. And you just think there that was another chance missed there for Featherstone Rovers. So it's Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox going for that try line. And Paul Newell scores the try. Paul Newell onto that ball like a wisp of a whippet. Getting his hand to that ball over that try line to put Featherstone Rovers once again back in this match. Castleford 20, Featherstone Rovers 14. This Featherstone Rovers team will not lie down. Eva Party now taking the defence on Eva Party, trying to strain up, being tackled there, not beyond. Cody got that ball out there to Gary Price. Gary Price there to back inside there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there taking the ball. Chris Bibb there to Mark Napper. Mark Napper turning David Padge inside out. Mark Napper has he scored the try. Mark Napper scored the try. So it's Lee Whiteley there to Peter Smith, back inside there to Ivor Party. Ivor Party trying to open them legs. Well, that's good tackling by Castleford. It's Lee Whiteley from Acton Arpat now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that big up and it's all on. Who's underneath this ball? Who's going to jump for it? And it's a bad mistake. And no, Newell. Oh, Paul Newell. Oh, get it, Paul. Oh, Paul Newell scores the equalising try for Featherstone Rovers. Steve Hillarder there jumped for that ball. And Steve Hillarder, for once in this match, made a right mess of it. And the ball there dropping there for Paul Newell, just shrugged a tackle off there to go over. I just can't stop shaking here. Absolutely unbelievable scenes here at Weldon Road. And has there ever been a kick in Mark Napper's life more urgent than this? Has he got the height? And he's got the ball! Oh, Mark Napper! You put Featherstone Rovers surely to the Shorter Cup final. Look at them scenes behind the posts. Absolutely magic stuff here at Weldon Road. And the ball set there, it's out to Alan Banks there from Derek Fox there to Chris Bibb throw the ball, Chris Bibb taking the ball, Chris Bibb still going, Chris Bibb going for the goal, look at pace on Chris Bibb, oh get over in the corner Chris. What a brilliant run there back by Chris Bibb, he just seemed to open his legs. And number 13 there, Shane Cooper tried to come across to make the tackle and Chris Bibb says, get off me laddie, I'm too fast for you, and he just shrugged him off there. The first touch of Brighton Park, Eva Party throw the gap. Eva Party still going. That's a good strong run by Eva Party. Phil Beavers getting back to save St Helens. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there to Mark Napper. Mark Napper scores in the corner. Oh, Mark Napper. Oh, beautiful passing movement that. Derek Fox, Jeff Grayson, Trevor Clark. And Trevor Clark there wanted Mark Napper to come inside, but Mark Napper stuck to his wing. And Mark Napper there flying over in the corner to Fox with the ball now, that long ball out there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there to Gary Price there to Glenn Booth there to Eva Party there. Beautiful play for Eva inside there to Mark Napper. And Mark Napper's going over on the post there behind the sticks. Fantastic move that for Featherstone Rovers. Mark Napper there. Beautiful pair of hands there, Eva Party beating the swingman here from this left-hand side there. Beautiful piece of a pass there, drew Ian O'Neill there, the batter full-back to throw the beautiful pass inside there to Mark Napper, and Mark Napper there going round, unopposed behind the post. Featherstone Rovers 4, Barrow 0. Fox there to Peter Smith there. Barry Drummond getting that loose ball, so Barry Drummond trying to come back inside. Barry Drummond going down the middle. That's good running by the Rovers, number 2, Barry Drummond. So it's Peter Smith with the ball now there to Derek Fox, to Jeff Grayson, back to Peter Smith there to Gary Price. Gary Price there, got Ian Smales. Ian Smales there, Ian Smales going for that try line. Ian Smales scores the try. Beautiful ball that by Gary Price, straight through the gap. drove the man, drove the full-back there, passed a lovely pass there to Ian Smells, and Ian Smith scored a superb try there, taking the full-back over the line with him to put Jeff Grayson having to turn back inside there, getting that ball away there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark there, taking him out. Trevor Clark there to Glenn Bull. Glenn Bull there being tackled by number 1 Ian O'Neill. So it's number 14 now, Alan Banks here from Acton half-back. Alan Banks here opening them up. That's good play by Alan Banks there, saw the gap. Just couldn't get that ball there to Terry Manning. Now it's Peter Smith there now to number 1 Chris Bibb. But Chris Bibb to Barry Drummond there, Barry Drummond. Peter, the pass there from Chris Bibb there. Just dummied that little shimmy twice there and throw an absolutely marvellous pass there to Barry Drummond. And Barry Drummond there just skated into the corner. Now there to Glenn Bell, still trying to punch holes in this Barra defence. Well, being tackled there by Kendall. Now it's Derek Fox now to Peter Smith. Peter Smith back inside there. The ball going back there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there, throw the gap. Chris Bibb there trying to go. Beautiful start step to Chris Bibb. Oh, catch me if you can. And nobody can. And Chris Bibb pulls that ball behind the post. Oh, that's why he's the Yorkshire player. That's why he's one of the exciting players playing the game today. Number 1, Chris Bibb.
I think it's important that this Featherstone side have got to keep moving it out wide. I mean, that's when they are dangerous, when they push it out on the outside.
Bell first man up. Fox for Peter Smith. Peter Smith's there. He's done it again, and what an amazing record this man has. He's played in 3 Yorkshire Cup finals and he's scored in every one of them. And we're talking about more than a decade. He'd only got 1 try before this season. Great time for him to get his second.
Both scrum halves are the key figures here. And look at Fox, takes the defence across with him, draws everybody in, gives him enough room to run at the defence, and despite 3 men being there, his strength took him over.
Could there have time? Featherstone at least get the last try. They're trying hard enough. Fox, Price, and I think Rapati might. Has Rapati made it? Oh, he has. A try then for Eva Rapati right at the end of the game. So some consolation at least for Featherstone. They might not be going to win the Yorkshire Cup.
Well, they've never given up. They've battled away all afternoon. They've continued now to throw this ball about. They have found the Bradford defence to be vulnerable at times, and that is a just reward for a fine effort of movement.
It might just have come through.
The ball's in, it's hard to Featherstone Rovers. And that's a good switch around here to Ian Smells. Ian Smells going for the try line. Oh, Ian Smells scored a spectacular try for Featherstone Rovers. Well, that was absolutely superb from Ian Smells. Absolutely magic stuff there from Ian Smells. That scrum formed about 15 yards short of that ultra. Is it on? That scrum formed about
15, replacing number 5, Wade.
So it's Featherstone Rovers now. First time in this match, trying to put pressure on this Slade defence. That's good play. That's a Trevor Clark. It's number 6, Terry Manning there. Terry Manning there to number 1 there. Beautiful try. That's a Timmy Sharp. Absolutely marvellous break by Featherstone Rovers. So Featherstone Rovers for a change on this late line. So it's Alan Dakin running that ball in. We'll run these tackles down. That's the first tackle. The ball there to number 13, Ian Smales. Ian Smales scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Play 23, Featherstone Rovers 10. Timmy Sharp with the ball there now there to Derek Fox to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp, that long ball out there. That's a good break there to find number 11 there. Gary Price. Gary Price there trying to bring his wingman onto the ball there. Ivor Party. Ivor Party back inside there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning there going for that try line. Back inside there. That's a good try for Featherstone Rovers. Absolutely marvellous play that by Featherstone Rovers. Gary Price there running through the gap. Good backing up there by Ivor Party. Featherstone Rovers, Derek Fox with the ball now. But too many red and white shirts in the way that time. Now it's Timmy Sharp now from acting half-back, but to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that long ball out there, it's all on to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond there, it's all on. Barry Drummond, it's all on. Paul Newell scores the try. Paul Newell scored the try for Featherstone Rovers. Barry Drummond there seemed to kick that ball through on the last tackle. And the late... So the scrum's formed, it's out to Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox with the ball now there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp back inside there to Ivor Party. That's better now to Paul Newell. Paul Newell taking the ball up. Paul Newell going for that try line. Paul Newell still going. Oh, this is one for the Bulls. Oh, absolutely magic stuff there by Paul Newell. Showed a clean pair of heels there, and that's good play by Ivor Party. Timmy Sharp, Derek Fox there winning that scrum. Oh, that's
tour. Hampson back from suspension next week. And then Adrian Shelford's injured at the moment, Martin Dermott, of course Ellery Hanley too. Good break though by Featherstone. And they were that well. Here's Gary Price. Sharp. Too far for Manning. Oh, Rapati gathered that well. Platts missed him, and Rapati could go in here. He has done. Great try for Ivor Rapati, Featherstone's first of the day. And this prolific footballing family from New Zealand has produced another star for British Rugby League, Ivor Rapati.
This is where we see Featherstone really stretching Wigan, firstly down the right, and now a long ball that actually hits the ground. But Rapati shows tremendous skill there to pick the ball up on the bounce, shows some pace and some agility to come back off that left foot. There's some poor defence in that from Wigan, and that'll be a little worry for them, I think.
This is the view that the Wigan defence had, and they weren't at their best here in truth. Now, what odds would you have got against Ivor Rapati finding a way through that Wigan defence from here? Oh dear.
I think Jed Byrne might get a little smack on the wrist for that one on Tuesday night's training.
Terry Fox. They are still leading by 26 points to 8, mind you. Sharp. Good break by Gary Price. Got support from Manning. Now, can he get past the fullback? Smothered it away. Andy Fisher's in. Wigan crowd aren't too happy. Andy Fisher's delighted. And Featherstone have their second try of the half. And Andy Fisher's first ever in Championship Rugby League. Well, well, well. I don't think we can call it a comeback just yet.
There's either a lot of people right here or one person right. Because I think everybody in the ground thought that this final pass from Manning, after some great straight running, was forward.
Yeah, it wasn't far forward though, was it?
Mr. Asquith was there. He was right there.
Now, judge for yourselves. This is Manning. It's the pass as he swings round. Does it go forward?
As they say, Clive, it'll be in the newspaper.
To Featherstone Rovers, Derek Fox there to Alan Banks there to number 3 there, Terry Manning to Alan Banks through the gap there to Paul Newell there to Barry Drummond. That's good play by Featherstone Rovers, but equally good tackling by Trafford Borough. Gets up, plays the ball, Alan Banks with the ball now, Alan Banks there to Gary Price, trying to run it in. But number 6 there, Ken Jones, making the tackle on Gary Price, watching him like or not. So it's Alan Banks there to Derek Fox, that little shimmy there to number 13, Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher throw for a beautiful try that to Andy Fisher. Marvellous try that to Andy Fisher, 2 tries last week against St Helens. He opens the account this afternoon, marvellous run that by Andy Fisher. Until Trafford Borough 0, Featherstone Rovers 6. Just about 5 minutes to go before half-time. And that's a bad mistake there by Trafford Borough. Knows that who's intercepted that ball. Eva Rapati there, planting that ball over that Trafford Borough try line there, and it had to take something dramatic there for Featherstone Rovers to cross that try line, and Trafford Borough there trying to pass that ball in their own 25-yard line, and O's there to nip in. Featherstone Rovers there, number 5, Eva Rapati to make it look so easy. Just look like Chris Bibb there to Paul Newell trying to get rid of his marker there to Barry Drummond having to come back inside, fight for that corner flag. Barry Drummond there, tackle 5 yards short. So that ball there, that little kick through, it's all on. Trevor Clark there waiting for that ball, and Trevor Clark scores the try. Trevor Clark there seemed all the time in the world to get that ball there from that little kick through there by Derek Fox, and he just waited for the ball to bounce and bobble about there, and he just dived on that loose ball. Died that time, but referee says play all on now. Chris Pipp trying to ghost down the middle, Chris Pipp still going. But that's back to 1. Referee there wiping them tackles off, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now, turning back inside. That's good play, that, but Trevor Clark with the ball now. Trevor Clark there, number 11, Gary Price. Gary Price going for that try line, no stopping Gary Price. Straight under the post there. Marvellous try that to Featherstone Rovers. Trafford Borough player on its way there, so it's number 10 there, Gary Hall trying to barge his way over, 5 yards short. So it's Alan Banks now, Alan Banks there to Derek Fox there, Chris Burton there flying for that line, but being pushed back there by number 10, Cliff Eccles. So once again that ball going to the right hand side, Derek Fox there made it look so easy, putting that ball over that try line, that little dummy there from Derek Fox. Featherstone Rovers 26, Trafford Borough 12, with his conversion to come from the try scorer himself, Derek Fox. Once again, Terry Manning. Good strong play once again by Terry Manning. He's had a fine second half as Terry Manning. He deserves a try. Gary Price there, I just can't see who scored the try. Gary Hall under the post. Gary Hall got his name on the score sheet. That should just seal this match here for Featherstone Rovers now. Good strong run just a few seconds ago by Terry Manning there, setting the trial. We were situated here in the gantry here, well above the crowd here, Lennon Road. It's a marvellous gallantry. Number 3 there, Paul Newell. Oh, what a start by Featherstone Rovers. Paul Newell there said to Derek Fox, give me that ball, Derek, and I'll score with the first touch of the ball. And Derek Fox says, go on, Paul, show your paces. And he did. He went on the blind side and went over unopposed. Featherstone Rovers 4, Hunslet 0. The ball now to Alan Banks now to Chris Burton. But Chris Burton tackled there about 15 yards short of that halfway line. Gets up, plays the ball. Alan Banks with the ball now to Derek Fox, to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson there trying to run down there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there. He's got men outside in there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning got Eva Rapati. Eva Rapati with that corner. Eva Rapati scores a marvellous try for Featherstone Rovers. Unbelievable stuff there. Derek Fox, Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson there doing the run out. Went through the middle there. That was a bit of the old vintage Jeff Grayson there, bringing 3 men in to tackle him. Slipped a peach of a pass out there to Derek Fox, and Derek Fox there using his men outside in wide. Terry Manning joined the fullback there, Paul Burrows, and slipping a peach of a ball out there to, guess what, on his shoulder? Eva Rapati to plant that ball over that whitewashed. Featherstone Rovers 8, Hunslet 0. So it's Derek Fox with the ball to get into Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Gary Price there to Chris Bibb going through the middle, Chris Bibb taking the ball, Chris Bibb taking his opportunity number. That's good done by Chris Bibb, good backing up there by Alan Baggs there to Paul Newell there trying to get out of tackles, that's good running by Rovers. Chris Bibb, good backing up there by Alan Baggs. Now it's Trevor Clark now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox having to turn back his side. Derek Fox through the gap there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning going for that corner flag. Oh, get over there, Terry. Marvellous try once again to Terry Manning. And once again, Featherstone Rovers coming well inside. They're out to the own 25-yard line. 2 movements there, and Terry Manning planting that ball once again over that Hunslet try line there. I think that's Terry Manning's first try in the Featherstone Rovers colours. Chris Bibb on the halfway line. Chris Bibb, can we see a solo try from the number 1? No, this time he's tackled just short of that Hunslet 25-yard line. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox taking tacklers on there now to number 9, Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there to even a party there to Terry Manning. Scores the try. Terry Manning once again. And them two centre wingman partnership there. Terry Manning and Eva Party working wonders. Marvellous play this time. Trevor Clark setting that try up. It's going nowhere. Paddy Lyons, I should say. That big kick downfield. Chris Bibb taking that ball, never took his eye off it. So Chris Bibb trying to come down the middle. Chris Bibb beating toe tackling. Chris Bibb there, getting that ball out there to Terry Manning there to Eva Party. Eva Party flying for that corner. Oh, Eva Party. Oh, get in the corner. Absolutely magic stuff there. And once again, that ball there from Chris Bibb taking it cleanly well inside his own half. Beating 2 would-be tacklers, throwing a peach of a pass out there to Terry Manning, and once again Terry Manning, Eva Party partnership there, getting Eva Party on the run, and Eva Party there, he flew in that corner. We are Derek Fox with the ball now there to Glenn Bell nearly through the gap. But good tackling by that Oka Roy Sampson, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Jeff Grayson to Gary Price. Gary Price going for the corner. Gary Price taking him on, back inside there to, is it Andy Fisher? Scores the try. Marvellous try to Featherstone Rovers. Another try to that number 13 for Featherstone Rovers, Andy Fisher. But that try there coming off that set move there, that little run around, and Jeff Grayson just hanging onto that ball there at the last ditch second for Gary Price to come thundering onto the ball like an express train there. The ball's in, it's out to Hunslet. Jed Coates with the ball now there, trying to make the extra man up that left-hand side, touchline side. And it's interception there, and who's intercepted it? Oh, reminiscence of his dad there, Paul Newell streaking away. Plants the ball over the whitewash there for his second time of the match. Well, that takes me back some years now there to seeing his father there intercepting the ball many a time in the Featherstone Rovers colours there, and Paul Newell there, reminiscence there of his father there, intercepting that ball there on that far side of the field there to run unopposed over and put that ball over that Hunslet try line to bring the... So it's number 10 now there, Gary Orr running it in, being tackled 15 yards short of that Hunslet try line. Are we going to see a grand finale here at Ellen Road? Glenn Bell there is bustling through, getting that ball away in the tackle there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there trying to make the gap there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell around there to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond, oh! Barry scores a try. And he throws the ball to the crowd. Marvellous try there. Glenn Ball there seemed to fumble that ball in the tackle. Trevor Clark there snapped it up. Throw the ball out there to Paul Newell, and Paul Newell there drew the centre and the wingman and throw a peach of a pass out there to Barry Drummond on the wing. And Barry Drummond just flowing at the corner to the delight of the Featherstone Rovers supporters. What a favourite Barry Drummond is becoming at Post Office Road and his forwards, but Andy Fisher picking that loose ball up. Now it's Derek Fox trying to go down the middle line. Back inside there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb going through the gap. Chris Bibb flying for that line. Tackled 10 yards short. Fighting up to play the ball. And I just can't see now. It's Trevor Clark now. Trevor Clark on his own. Trevor Clark scores the try for Featherstone Rovers at the side of the post. Brilliant thinking that by Trevor Clark. Spotted the gap. And he says, I'm going for it, and he went for that try line and planted the ball over that Halifax try line. Halifax 1, Featherstone Rovers 4. So it's Derek Fox restarting this game. Third round of the Eagle Trophy. Who's going to be in the semi-final for the semi-final? Oh, and that's a beautiful bounce that. And did the Halifax man touch it with his hand? I think he did, though. To feed that scrum, it's out to Featherstone Rovers there. Derek Fox there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher scores the try on the post. Marvellous try, that well-worn move there, Derek Fox getting that ball from the base of the scrum and running to the blind side, and that's an old trick. Is that I've seen that done more times in rugby league. Marvellous try, that Andy Fisher there, running round unopposed, putting that ball over that whitewash.
This is when they really need to be turning that screw, and Gratian slips a great ball for Price, and Derek Fox surely must get in this time. No, yet again the line holds good. He seemed a certain scorer. He's there this time, and it's the loose forward Andy Fisher who obliges once again. He's had a good record in recent weeks. It's his 5th of the season, and Peter Fox is much happier about that one. So well done
Thing with it, and they have to move it out. They've now started to run straight. This is a well-planned move. The forward comes on the burst here. Fox backing up as usual, actually hauled back from over the line. But it's from the play of the ball now where the St Helens defence have been very well organised. Look how they've all moved to one side and nobody really takes the man. Fisher scoring.
Not long before the hooter, but Fox finds Burton there this time. Well, a try and a goal now would make it interesting at 12 apiece. Can it be that? Oh, Fox missed one out, but it's gone instead to Chris Bibb, and Bibb goes for the line. I don't think they'll stop him. Excellent try from the fullback. He stayed down. I hope he's not badly hurt. He took a knock in the act of scoring, and he's certainly got a bleeding mouth.
They move at the voucher now, and they really know they've got to get back on the scoreboard. They've thrown so many chances away. Not a good pass by Derek Fox, but the fullback picks it up, wrong foots the defence, and leaves them all, straightens up and goes for the line with great determination.
Once. Again they look to Fox and Gratian. Fox again, now the kick is a good one, and Newlev is in. What an excellent try. And this time Derek Fox's little kick does catch them napping, and Newlev had a clean pair of hands, and the ball stuck to them like glue.
Well, he's always prompt, and they move it out quickly. Now Derek Fox seeks another option. Newlev knows exactly what's happening, takes it in full flight.
And for the
Featherstone depend heavily on this chap, but look at the way he pushes that kick through, and Newlev comes out of the blue, picks it up.
Gratian is loving every minute of it, and again he comes into the fray. Good old grandad, they say on the terraces. Fox looking for some space, finds some, good ball, Fisher's second, under the sticks. Thank you very much, he says. And this is the best we've seen from Featherstone for a long, long time. And it was Fox again at the hub of it, running them ragged, and Fisher's second.
What an inspiration. Just watch this. He goes as if to drop a goal, you see. The defence caught on a foot, sidesteps Grove with perfection, goes down through it, loose forward on his outside, and takes the ball, this Fisher, and dives over under the post. Up now, this is the man behind it all. Derek Fox stands in, beats the man, takes it straight forward on him. Fisher on his outside takes the ball over and goes under the post for a crucial try.
So it's Timmy Sharp there to Glenn Bell, but Glenn Bell there just tackled short of that Wakefield Trinity 25-yard line. So it's Trevor Clark now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that little kick through, it's all on. Number 4 after the ball there, and it's all on. So he could pick the ball up. Even the party scores the try. Even the party scores the try in the corner. And Mr. Kershaw there, very slow to give the try. So it's Ray Price with the ball now there. Juggling with the ball there, number 12, Gary Price. But still it's Wakefield Trinity's ball. So it's number 10 now, John Glancy, early through the tackle that time. Andy Fisher just bringing a last-stitch tackle off, so it's Jackson with the ball. It looks like obstruction. Oh, and it's even a party. Oh, even a party. Oh, even a party. Scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Oh, what a terrible mistake. Jerry Kershaw, they could have easily pulled Wakefield Trinity up for obstruction. But what a mess Wakefield Trinity were in that time. And even a party intercepted the ball as easy as pie. Timmy Sharp there, back inside. But Chris Bibb there, tackle about 15 yards short of that Wakefield Trinity try line. Now it's Derek Fox using the blind hand side now. Derek Fox, that little kick through. Derek Fox here, he's gathered his own kick. Derek Fox scores the try! Oh, have you seen anything as cheeky in your life as what Derek Fox did there? He went to kick for the corner. He bamboozled everybody on this ground, including the supporters, including his own players, and he just jigged that little kick through, reminiscent of the chopping that ball up, but he's lost that ball, so it's all on Trevor Clark getting that ball for Featherstone Rovers. That's a bad mistake by Wakefield Trinity, losing that ball on the third tackle, so it's Jeff Grace with the ball now. Jeff Grace there, that long ball out there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp there to number 11. Richard Price there to Terry Manning there to Eva Party. Eva Party taking him on. Eva Party! Oh, he scores a marvellous try. There's Eva Party in the corner. But Chris Perry should have made sure of the tackle. But all that try coming from Wakefield Trinity, losing that ball there just in front of us there, where we've got the video equipment here, and Featherstone Rovers there spinning that ball wide there to Terry Manning, and Terry Manning there just slipping a peach of a pass there to Eva Party, and Eva Party there took Chris Perry on down. Ian Smells kicked it must have snowed it when it come down. So it's Gary Price there driving for that try line. Tackle inches short, he can't miss a third off there. And that ball there out to Eva Party. Eva Party scores the try. That's his second try of the match. 2 tries at Post Office Road on Boxing Day, 2 tries today on New Year's Eve. Well, that was good thinking. I think it was Timmy Sharp there what spotted that there's just what Tony's Healy marking. So it's Ian Smells with the ball now there to Gary Price. Gary Price turning back inside, popping that ball up there for Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there, that little kick through, it's all on, but Mark Conway back there for that ball. But Chris Bibb taking that ball, Chris Bibb taking him on. Brawleyville pass there to number 9, Trevor Clark. Straight between the posts, marvellous play that by Chris Bibb. That's one really for the textbooks. That's brilliant play by Chris Bibb. That little kick over, Mark Conway coming for the ball, but Chris. So it's Featherstone over there, still trying to throw this ball about. So it's Eva Party now, Eva Party going down that wing, knocking O'Farrell there out of the way, but Nelson there coming across to make the tackle. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball now, there to Timmy Sharp there. Oh, what a marvellous try for Timmy Sharp. Get in, Timmy, or get side of the post there. Change of direction there, 2 Sheffield players coming across to make the tackle, and Timmy Sharp just sidestepped round both of them there to plant that ball over that Sheffield try line. Featherstone Rovers 4, Sheffield 0. Pitched off the field. So Mark Gamson on now, so it's Featherstone Rovers now. Porniola with the ball now from Timmy Sharp, getting that ball out there to number 4 there. Number 4 there, he's on the rim. Terry Manning flying for that corner. Terry Manning taking his opening over. Marvellous try for Terry Manning, scores the try in the corner. Featherstone Rovers there, winning that scrum there, 10 yards inside that Sheffield half of the field. And Derek Fox getting that ball there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp there, bringing Paul Newell into play, and Paul Newell there coming on this blind hand side there, giving that ball there to Terry Manning, and Terry Manning there, that little shifty, that little dummy there down this touchline side, showing a clean pair of heels to all the Sheffield cover coming across to plant that ball in the corner. And once again, Featherstone Rovers camped on that Sheffield try line. But Sheffield sticking to the task, still tackling well. It's Sheffield 20, Featherstone Rovers 12.
Difficult to see precisely how long here, but this is great play by Featherstone. And it's a try. Who's got it, so that's back among the victims again for the Sheffield Eagles. Ian Smells, in fact it is, it's 20 points to 16.
Just looking down there, I'm sorry I'm a bit slow there commentating on that try, but where we are here, it's very gloomy indeed down there. I think it's Ian Smells there just diving over on between the posts there. Little inches short. So it's Eva Party with the ball now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning scores the try, the corner. Terry Manning, it was scored his second try of the match. Good play that by for the Rovers. Timmy Sharp there using the blind hand side there to Eva Party, and Eva Party there putting Terry Manning in the corner to bring the score there. Sheffield 20, Featherstone Rovers 22. But what can Sheffield do? They know they've got to get up this side of the field to score that winning try, but Featherstone Rovers pinning them down there, and a bit of enthusiasm there, trying to throw the ball about in impossible situations. So Featherstone Rovers throw the gap poses. It's Ian Smales going for that pole. Ian Smales going for his second try of the match. Ian Smales scores the try, and that just seals it. I think Ian Smales lost his boat on the way, but I don't think he's bothered about that. Featherstone Rovers 28, Sheffield 20, and they've come back from the dead. Being tackled there by Andy Fisher, and that's the last tackle, so it'll be Cassidy trying to put this ball down behind Chris Bibb, which he does. Makes the kicks. Chris Bibb there catches it first bounce. Referee says play on, so he's trying to run it out, trying to come down there. Chris Bibb there on the flyer. He's taking him on, taking cares on. Chris Bibb there back inside there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp there going for the post. Timmy Sharp there going for the corner flag. And Timmy Sharp scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Brilliant play that by Chris Bibb there. Throw the gap. And Owen's backing up there after he beat three men there down the middle of the field. Chris Bibb, he just drove the fullback there, number 1 there, Martin Burkitt, and Owen's on his shoulder. Featherstone Rovers, number 6 there, Timmy there once again to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark trying to fight his way down in between them posts. So near yet so far. Salford 10, Featherstone Rovers 9. Derek Fox, Macton Harper now. Derek Fox there to Jeff Creation. Jeff Creation there to number 4. Terry Manning there to number 3. Paul Newell. Paul Newell back inside there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning fighting for that try line. Getting that ball up there and he scored the try. Who's that who scored the try in the corner? I think it's Terry Manning. Is it Bibby? Terry Manning scores the try. Well, he riddled and jiddled and riddled his way through there, Terry Manning. First he come one way, then he went the other, and he finally got the try down in the corner. That's good backing up by Alan Dakin. Alan Dakin there trying to pop that ball back inside. Referee saying 5 tackles gone, so Featherstone Rovers, this is the last tackle. So Derek Fox there once again, that little kick through. Terry Manning's after that ball. Who's going to get that ball? Ian Smale scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. That's just what they needed. This Featherstone Rovers here. Ian Smales, he scores the try. Beautiful little kick through that once again by that little dynamo there. Derek Fox, number 7, and Owen's there backing up. Ian Smales, Terry Manning, neither a party, all lined up for that ball. But Ian, so it's Jeff Creation there trying to release that ball, but too many bad tacklers in the way for him there. Number 10 there, Stevie Clayton. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp there to Ian Smales once again through the gap. Ian Smales taking the full back on. He's going, it's in. Ian Smales going all over. Oh, this is going to be a brilliant try. Ian Smales there to number 4, Terry Manning. Oh, what a marvellous try by Terry Manning. Well, absolutely fantastic stuff by Featherstone Rovers. And the crowd really rising to that try. Oh, no room to manoeuvre that move, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales, that popping that ball there for Trevor Clark. Back inside there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there going for that ball. Chris Bibb there back to Terry Manning. Terry Manning going all the way. Number 9 there, Gary Rose scores the try to the post. Get in, Gary, he says. He jumps up with delight. He was telling me before the match today, Gary. He says, when we beat Barra today, I want to video that Barra match. Well, he'll show what one now. No way, but marvellous start there by Featherstone Rovers in this first half of this match. That's Trevor Clark there, bad mistake there. Trevor Clark there, that little dummy. Trevor Clark going all the way. Trevor Clark in the corner. Everybody shouting behind me, give him it, but Trevor Clark knew what he was doing. Box that long ball out there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose here trying to fight his way through tackles there. Good running by Rovers number 11 there, Gary Rose trying to open them up, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now from a standing start. Derek Fox there trying to jiggle his way through. Derek Fox through the gap there, that long ball out there, number 6 Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp going for that try line. Marvellous break that by Derek Fox, and he put his standoff half in there for a try, right beneath the post. Marvellous stuff that. Derek Fox seemed to be at a standing start when he got that ball there, that played the ball, but he just whittled and jiddled and whittled his way through. He wants to get to that try line again. He's tasted that try line once before this afternoon. He wants another, so it's Derek Fox with the ball back inside there to Ian Smales. Anybody backing up, just couldn't get that ball up there for Alan Dakin. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose going through the gap. Gary Rose there going for that try line. Gary Rose scores the try. I said he was hungry for another try, and hungry he was because that try line come to him before he knew where he was, and he put that ball over that line, that big number 11 there, Gary Rose for his second try this afternoon. I don't think he can believe his eyes. Gary Rose 2 tries to his name already. Barra 0, Featherstone Rovers 32. We just feel that any moment now, Featherstone Rovers going to score the first try in this half. So it's Derek Fox to the ball now. That little kick through, it's all on. Anybody after that ball? Oh, it's a bad mistake. Oh, Trevor Clark there to Alan Banks and Evans. I just said it. What have I just said? I just said that any moment now you thought that Featherstone Rovers were going to score a try. And who did it? That little chip through once again by Derek Fox there, and Gary Rose there flying after that ball, and what's coming up there on the outside of the maul. Rovers number 3 there, Alan Banks, to just put the ball over the try line. Featherstone Rovers third the ball now, kicking that ball through. Who's got that ball now then? It's Ivory Party, opening up, Ivory Party, showing his clean pair of heels, Ivory Party trying to go on the outside of the man. And it's all on Terry Manning there. Terry Manning scores the try in the corner. Two tries to Terry Manning, Ivory Party got that little kick throw there by number 6 there, Ian O'Neill. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes there trying to go through the gap. Got strong run that by Paul Hughes there, but being tackled there by Dean Marwood and Steve Maguire. 10 yards inside, bad as half of the field. Gets up, plays the ball. Derek Fox with the ball now there to Jeff Creation. Jeff Creation there, that little shimmy, that little dummy back inside there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb trying to go, so Chris Bibb on the fly. Chris Bibb taking the ball. Oh, Chris Bibb going for that try. Oh, Chris Bibb makes it look all so easy. And I said at half time, we're looking for the Chris Bibb special. Well, we've had to wait while the 70th minute, or is it 75 minutes before Chris Bibb got that ball there and just beat 3 men there going towards that try line there to plant that ball over that try line.
Good move. Oh, just a yard short. Andy Fisher already picked up 9 tries in a short career this season. Fox again. That's a good ball. To Smales. He's over. Yes. And my word, has that lad deserved it, Ian Smales at loose forward. For me, he's been Featherstone Rovers' outstanding player. He's tackled hard, he's driven the ball in midfield, and he's had that extra yard of pace outside. And 10 minutes to go then for Featherstone to get themselves back into this first round. And dare I say it, Alec, we've criticised them for the short passing. It's the short passing that's now making the difference, isn't it? Oh, and Bibb's away! He's in for the try! We talked about short passing, and it was a magnificent pass there from Jeff Creation that sent Chris Bibb in. His 14th try of the season, attacking full-back supreme. And suddenly here at Wilderspoon now, I think we've got a real cup tie on our hands.
Well, there's only the Silk Cup can bring this out in players. You're down 1 minute, you're in the next. That's a lovely move, Chris Bibb. And again, a man with pace, and that's what you need, and that's what Featherstone needed.
They've really come in for 2 points this afternoon, so it's Terry Fox, that little kick through, and Trevor Clark beats the man to the ball. Trevor Clark scores the try. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Jeff Creation. Jeff Creation there, striding towards that Warrington try line, just couldn't get that ball up. So Derek Fox there, changing direction. I can't see who's got the ball, Ivory Party in the corner! Ivory Party scores the try in the corner. Marvellous switch of direction that by Derek Fox there. Saw the gap there, saw that Warrington had just got 2 men on that left-hand side of the field there. And he threw a long ball out there. I just couldn't see who took the ball. I think it was Terry Manning, and Terry Manning there. I think it was Terry Manning threw a long ball out there. And who was there coming up on that ball there? Ivory Party to score his 13th try of the season. Featherstone Rovers and Derek Fox scoping that ball up there now to Chris Bibb there, that big kick up in there, it's all on. Oh, Chris Bibb getting that ball, Chris Bibb is going to be a solo try. And the referee there rubbing them tackles off. So Timmy Sharp now going for that corner right there to Terry Manning, is it Terry Manning? Scores the try in the corner.
Time it's Newland. Now there's a great chance over there, but once more, tackle was good by Kevin Ward. Newland. Simply got to use up the tackles. Here's a chance now, and Ripparty can make up for his mistake. Ripparty heads for the corner. Grounded, he's there. Ripparty's in at the corner. He's made up for his mistake. Eva Ripparty goes home to New Zealand next week to start a university course, and he, more than anybody on this field, wanted a try.
Well, we've said about the conditions for most of this game, saying how difficult it is, but the passing here is textbook style. Every pass was made to count. Ripparty, who made that fatal mistake at the bottom end, has his opportunity, and doesn't he take it well?
textbooks, I would think. A substitute who comes on and scores a try almost immediately. It's his second try because he got one for Nottingham City earlier this season against Halifax.
So the conditions are really bad, but both sides have continued to try and play as much football as they can. This is a sterling break. The defence is up too flat on that situation, pushed them off, times his pass just right. Ball goes to ground, booted forward here. Brady picks it up and steamrollers his way toward the line. No one's going to stop him.
What about 6 points to 0, but first mistake by Bradford there, Gerald Cordle knocking that ball on underneath his own line. So the first time now that Featherstone Rovers for a long time was in Bradford's half of the field. So Timmy Sharp there trying to run it out. Tackle just short of that Bradford Northern 25-yard line. So it's Mark Gibbon with the ball there. First touch of the ball to number 14 there. This is a good play this by Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher first touch of the ball. Scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Well, there's only one way to answer them back here. Featherstone Rovers losing by 26 points to 0. The first touch of the ball there for Andy Fisher there. And what's he do? He side steps around there. Ian Wilkinson there to plant that ball at the side of the Bradford post. So it's Mark Gibbon now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there just saw the man coming, getting that ball up there for Aaron Palala. Aaron Palala tackle just short of that Bradford Northern 25-yard line. Mark Gibbon with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose, so there. Gary Rose going for that goal. Gary Rose, marvellous try by Gary Rose. That's the first score of this half there, and it goes to that workhorse of a forward there, number 13, Gary Rose. Showed a clean pair of heels to everybody on that Bradford. Sharp now there to number 10, Aaron Palala. Aaron Palala going for that try line. 2 yards short for Featherstone Rovers. Now it's Trevor Clark now from Acton Harp out there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Chris Byrne. Chris Byrne there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning there must score in the corner. Terry Manning scores the try in the corner. Marvellous play by Jeff Grayson and Derek Fox getting that ball out. Quick pair of hands across that line. And what's there? Terry Manning, that 40,000 pie from Keighley there, putting it over that way. Jeff Grayson tackle inches short of that try line. So it's all on Timmy Sharp kicking it on. Oh, it's a try! It's a try there to Paul Newell. Bad mistake there by, I think it was Gary Mercer there. Timmy Sharp there just kicked that ball on with his left foot. And I just couldn't see who it was. I think it was number 3 there, Gary Mercer, seemed to have his hand on the ball. He lost the ball over the try line. Who was there? That best of poaching in the Rugby League there, number 3, Paul Newell, to put his hand on that ball over that try. So there we go, Windus kicking off. And Featherstone Rovers possession straight away. Terry Manning there, trying to be Terry Manning, straight down the middle. Terry Manning through the gap. Marvellous run by Terry Manning, That's the start of what Featherstone Rovers needed. Starting where they finished on Sunday there. That's good tackling by witness number 11 there, Paul Moriarty on Trevor Clark, but it's Timmy Sharp with the ball now. Featherstone Rovers, Tim Sharp halfway through the gap, but that's good tackling by Mike O'Neill. Marvellous start for Featherstone Rovers. This old Derek Fox with the ball now there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson over. Jeff Grayson back up there for Derek Fox. Derek Fox coming outside him. Derek Fox is taking the ball. Derek Fox, marvellous try to Featherstone Rovers in the corner. And who scored that Featherstone Rovers? It's Gary Rose there putting his hand up, yes, he enjoys that. What a marvellous start for Featherstone Rovers. They've started. So it's Gary Rose from Acton Harp back now there to Derek Fox there to Jeff Grayson. Jeff Grayson there to Ian Smells. Ian Smells dancing round 3, dancing round 4 of them. That's a good run in that by Ian Smells. But Widnes once again looking offside there to that play the ball. So it's Derek Fox to the ball now. Derek Fox there to Jeff Grayson now to Paul Newell. Paul Newell taking him on. Paul Newell there to Roy Powell. And Paul Powell has he scored in the corner. Yes, he has. He scored in the corner. Paul Powell there scores the try in the corner. And once again that try there to Jeff Grayson there, using the dummy run there from that Derek Fox pass. And Paul running that by Gary Rose. Now it's heading playing now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Trevor Clark there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning through the gap. Terry Manning going for that try line. Terry Manning tackled inches short. Fighting to get up to play the ball here. The referee says play on. So it's Matt Napper with the ball now there to Ian Smells. Ian Smells here trying to turn the ball back inside. And it's all on. What a marvellous try. Trevor Clark there from Ian Smales. Ian Smales there making that try there. Marvellous play there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark acting up at now there to Jeff Creation. Jeff Creation back inside there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning taking that ball. Had a fine first half, Terry Manning. Made that brilliant break in that very first minute. Set the try up there for Gary Rose to score. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Gary Rose. Derek Fox, that quick ball there. Paul Newell to that ball. Paul Newell there. Has he got the ball? Has he scored the try? Paul Newell scored the try. Colin Morris there. Alan Tate there. Tackle Paul Newell. And Paul Newell there. Alan Tate rolled him over there with the ball. For Paul Newell to put that ball over that try line. Fox winning that ball. Trevor Clark, as you say, winning that ball to Timmy Sharp. Tim Sharp running it in. Seconds ticking away now here. 10 seconds left for play. Rovers have surely got 2 points in the bag here. Derek Fox there now to Terry Manning. Terry Manning throw there. Terry Manning going through. Terry Manning going. Ah! Terry Manning! Terry Manning scores a try. And that is that clinching it. Unbelievable scenes here at Post Office Road. Terry Manning played from acting half back there. Saw the gap. Shot through it like a bullet out of John Wayne's gun there and took Alan Tate on to score the match-winning try at the side of the post. Featherstone Rovers 28, Winders 22 with Derek Fox's conversion to come. First time pressure on this Salford try line. Can Featherstone get points out of it? A referee there penalised Frank Cassidy standing in front of the referee, so it's a penalty kick to Featherstone Rovers. So it'll be Derek Fox now. Derek Fox there to Jeff Creation. Jeff Creation, I think, scores the first try of his career for Featherstone Rovers. And I must say this, I've been wanting to say that ever since we signed Jeff Creation on. That is Jeff Creation's first try since he signed on with Featherstone Rovers. Absolute. Number 8 there, Steve O'Neill making the tackle. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Tim Sharp, running through the gap. Tim Sharp there taking him on. Just couldn't pop that ball up there for Terry Manning. So Terry Manning going solo now. Terry Manning there. Terry Manning going for that try line. Terry Manning scores a try for Featherstone Rovers. Marvellous try that to Terry Manning. That's his 11th try for Featherstone Rovers since he joined them from Keighley. A fine solo try for Terry Manning. Oh, Featherstone Rovers just keeping in touch there with his Salford scoreline. It's Featherstone Rovers 12, Salford 26 with this conversion to come from Derek Fox. Fox with the ball now, that long ball out there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell down the man. Paul Newell still going, getting that ball up there for Paul Powell. Paul Powell must have to come back inside there on that touchline side. Brings play about 15, 16 yards on that Salford try line. Derek Fox with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there, looking for runners there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher tackle inches short of that try line. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp, that long ball out there now to Chris Burton. Chris Burton there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning there to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes having to turn back inside, getting that ball up there for Gary Rose. Gary Rose there, that's good play by Rovers. But once again, Wigan looking offside and play the balls, but referee says play on. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there taking this wing defence on. It's all on Paul Newell after that ball. Paul Newell scored the try. Paul Newell scored the try. Lee Gibbons gives the try to Paul Newell. And Wigan slow there to react from that little chip through, I think it was by Tim Sharp. Or was it Keith? I just couldn't see who kicked the ball. I think it was Tim Sharp kicked that ball through. And Wigan seemed to be slow to reacting to that kick. And not taking the dummy this time, making the tackle. So Keith Bell with the ball there. Keith Bell taking him in, taking that dummy there. This is a good run, this to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark through the gap. Trevor Clark going for that try line. Trevor Clark still going. Marvellous play that by Trevor Clark. So Keith Bell with the ball there. Keith Bell now to Timothy, to Ian Smales. Ian Smales, it's a Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes! Oh, Paul Hughes scores the try. Oh, that was marvellous play by Tim Sharp there. Got that ball in the middle of the pitch. And what did he do? He saw the open spaces, threw a long ball out there to Ian Smales. And Ian Smales there had the sense there to throw that long ball out there to Paul Hughes. And just listen to this crowd. And so it's Jeff Trace with the ball now there to Tim Sharp there. So it's Alan Baxnaff, Matty Naff back and look at Jeff Trace running onto that ball. Jeff Trace there with the ball now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there taking Steve Bowser. Chris Bibb, go! Show me the line! Show Chris Bibb the line. And Chris Bibb showed a clean pair of heels there to Stevie Hampson. Marvellous play once again by Jeff Grayson, number 8 there for Featherstone Rovers there. Throwing the ball round the man and throwing that ball there to Chris Bibby.
He won't mind me calling him that. Held short. Oh, there must be a try for Featherstone, surely, if they can get this ball away. Manning again, and Bradford continue to hold them, but Newland makes it over in the corner, and the referee looks and points, and Newland has the first try of the match for Featherstone. Paul Newland, 21 tries, and that could be very, very important.
Well, Bradford have contributed to their own downfall here. They've done very little at all. They held back the tackler. There's 3 men in there. Derek Fox here, I think, might have done more on his own, but it looked all over. No chance at all there. But the ball comes clear, and Newlove is outside Cordle and scores.
To Gratian. Gratian's lovely ball inside is for Clark. Oh, Trevor Clark playing well, and he's got backs on the outside. Mumby, as he's done so many times, came across the tackle. Featherstone have got a man on the inside. Smales was looking for the fast and Fisher, which didn't come. Bradford suddenly have to defend again, and they could be ragged. It could be a try for Featherstone. He's in. Ian Smales, the try scorer, under the sticks, and having survived so much Bradford pressure, Featherstone hit back. The perfect response, and Ian Smales is the man to dive over for his 10th try of the season.
Well, they really came well. They've come the length of the field to get into this position here, and this really was good running. He wasn't held in the tackle. Smales went over under the post. What a good try.
I'm sure Bradford would feel a lot happier if they could register on the scoreboard before the break. They've less than 3 minutes in which to do that, and the response is again from Smales here. He is a very, very good runner, and he's got the ball inside for Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb chased by Cordle. He won't make it though, won't Cordle, but Bibb will. And the Featherstone crowd are going wild here. 3 tries in the closing stages of the half. Bibb 16th of the season. No more than Featherstone deserved.
Well, what a try this is. A long kick out came up the field. Banks ran it out from here, and Smales, in familiar fashion, really sprints down the middle of the field, breaking the Bradford defence. He swerves inside, doesn't lose his balance at all, as all good players should do. Bibb follows up, and now he's warding off the wing passes and goes over for a remarkably good try. I think in those circumstances the referee has to be sensible as well. If a player does go down and he is obviously hurt with it, then that must be a sending off offence. I mean, if the offence is like we just saw then and he realises no danger.
Oh, the struggle here for Bradford, and Smales is going to make it. Smales, he's there. A second try for the second row forward. Oh, he deserves that grin. Smales has run with colossal purpose all afternoon, and that surely is the killer blow to Bradford's chances today.
Well, they move it out here. They've taken that penalty. They're moving the ball out wide. Now he's run onto the ball. He was subject to the tackle just before this, but it's his sheer strength now coming through. But look how nimble he is in taking the man out as well with a sidestep, and he goes over despite the tackle. Well, Featherstone really had to do something good here, and it was Smales strong running after a tricky move, but his stepping inside was good here, leaves the defence for dead now. Simpson catches him near the line.
Slipped the pass away. He does take some stopping, even at 41. Clark! Goodness me, they just got his big toe, and it was a good job they did, and Trevor Clark tries again, and he's in! Trevor Clark, full credit to him. What a good hooker's try that was. Clark knew the way to the line. 11 tries for him this season, and it was all of his own making.
Well, Featherstone have had a lot of possession, and Clark comes down the middle of the field. But look, the defence hasn't regrouped. He can see that, takes the tap to himself, and before anybody can stop him, he's over for a try.
So Trevor Manning again. He's a really good runner, is Manning. He's had a very good match for Featherstone, and he puts the ball inside for Newlove as well. Newlove continues, and Newlove goes for that corner, and there must be a Featherstone try. In the corner, it's Alan Banks. Super try for Featherstone Rovers, it really is. And a lot to admire there.
For me,